So for me, the main focus is you got to look after yourself first. So my job is helping people, and it's really what I get passionate about. It's what I love to do. But if I'm not in a good state myself, physically, mentally and emotionally, then I'm not in a place to actually help people.
Hi everyone, so it's currently 4:30 AM and today what I thought I would do is take you through a full day of training, what it takes to train to climb up Mount Snowdon with 100 kilograms on your back. So I'm going to go through all the training I'm going to do today, and we're going to start with some visualization and meditation techniques to train the mind. We're going to then go into some activation work, and then we're going to go on a 50 kilogram rucksack jog. First thing I do every morning when I wake up is grab a glass of water, get myself outside to wake the body up so it's exposed to natural sunlight, and then I want to focus on training the mind. So consistently for sort of 8 years I've always been involved in strength training in the gym. It's what I enjoy, it's what I love, along with eating healthy, so that comes natural to me. It was about 2 years ago I started meditating, and initially I did find it hard. So the way I built that habit was, I dedicated the first thing I do in the morning to the meditation, and then that way, once I'd got that done, I'd earned the right then to go and have fun, get the training done, eat lots of healthy food. So I prioritized it by putting it first, and now after 2 years of doing it and seeing the benefits, I actually genuinely wake up and want to do that first. There's many other high achievers such as Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's part of his daily routine. It's what he recommends. If you're anything like me and you're a very energetic person, very, very busy all the time, then just dedicating 10 minutes every single morning to meditation just gives you that opportunity to, just chill the fuck out, analyze any thoughts that you've got going on, any conflicts you've got going on, and just to really analyze whether what you're doing in the day is actually working towards your goal and what's most important in your life. So I start by sitting in a good posture. Sit nice and upright, and you can keep your eyes open or closed. And the meditation I'm going to focus on today is a breathing meditation. So all you want to do is just notice how the breath naturally lifts the stomach up, and then you release the tension as you exhale. So I'm going to count the breaths today. So every inhalation and exhalation counts as 1. And I'm going to count as many cycles as possible. When I first started doing this, I started with going up to 7, and then you can try 21, 50. The most I've ever done is up to 1,000. I think it was 1,042. So we'll talk about it a little bit later in the endurance training that I do, but I try and match what I'm doing in the morning, the meditation, with the type of training I'm doing that day. So when I'm counting my breaths, I then visualize the type of training I'm going to be doing. I notice how it's going to feel. I get those positive affirmations in terms of how I want it to feel, and then that leads to later success in that training. So a lot of people struggle with meditation. I certainly did at the start, because you've got that constant chatter going on in the back of your mind, and they get disheartened by the fact that they can't fully concentrate on what they're trying to do, and that's absolutely fine. Even if 99% of the time you're distracted by thoughts about what you're doing later on in the day, what happened yesterday, and even if just 1% of the time you manage to bring that thought process back to what you're doing, back to the breath, then that's a successful meditation session.
Okay guys, so a lot of people ask me, what's the best morning routine? What's my favourite morning routine to get best results in your life, just in general? And I don't think there's any one routine that's best. I think because we've all got different goals, all got different lives, but there's certain standards you should always try and follow. So for me, the main focus is you got to look after yourself first. So my job is helping people, and it's really what I get passionate about. It's what I love to do. But if I'm not in a good state myself, physically, mentally and emotionally, then I'm not in a place to actually help people. So first thing in the morning, get up and meditate. So for me, that calms my mind and gets me in the right state mentally. And then number 2 is exercise. Get straight out, do something that raises the heart rate, gets you energized, and that's going to put you in the best state to then go and help people. So if you can follow those 2 habits every single day, you'll notice you've got a lot more energy throughout the day, and you can help people and do the things you love to do more effectively. Now, a lot of people say to me that, yeah, they got family commitments, they got to look after their kids, wives, husbands, or whatever in the morning, and you know, I don't have that yet in my life, so I can't relate to it directly. However, what I say to the people that say that is, have a look at your evening routine and your morning routine. How much time do you spend in the evening on Netflix, watching TV, watching films? Maybe wasting time. Could you go to bed an hour earlier? Could you wake up 2 hours earlier? Try do that, and you've got so much more time in the day then. You could start a new course, get a whole new education, read that book you've always wanted to read, learn something new, exercise more, whatever it is you want to do. If you can master the morning, it makes such a difference to your life. For me, it's been a massive, massive change. I never used to be a morning person. I would say for the last year, I've started getting up 4:30, 5 a.m. every morning, and it genuinely feels like there's twice the amount of time in every single day. So that's what I'd recommend you give a go. Okay, so that's the rucksack run done. Now I'm off to Ludus Gym to train the awesome members. Do as far as you can, it's really tough. The fact that you actually move is impressive. Okay everyone, so that's all the coaching done for this morning. So now it's time for my lower body strength session. So the focus for today is to strengthen up the quads and the hips, so the hamstrings and glutes as well. So when I first started doing the training for the Snowdon walk, I noticed that my quads were a big weakness. Obviously working uphill, they're going to be used a lot. So I've been doing tons of work over the last sort of 20 weeks really, strengthening them up. So I'll show you some of the exercises I've been doing to, you know, make them a strong point. I'd associate them as now. So throughout the session, before I begin, I set myself some standards, some things I want to work on throughout the session that holds me accountable. So the things I'm going to focus on today are focusing on breathing through the nose only, trying to keep the mouth closed as much as possible. That helps me to focus on what I'm doing so my mind doesn't wander to, you know, things that happened this morning, tasks for later on in the day. I can really focus on what I'm trying to do on each exercise. And it helps me to recover faster between sets so that I can limit the rest times between sets as well. I'm going to try and get all the work done today in 60 minutes. So just setting that sort of standard of want to try and get all the work done in 60 minutes just really forces me to not rest for too long. Been guilty in the past of just, you know, like relaxing a bit too much between sets. So I'm going to get that cardiovascular benefit out of it as well. So let's get to it. Okay everyone, so I got back from the gym about 3 hours ago, and since then I've been focusing on recovery work, and then soon I'm back into the gym to coach my evening classes, and I'm going to round off the day with a 30-minute cycle just at a low intensity to help with recovery and increase cardiovascular output. So the recovery strategies that I follow are daily naps, hot and cold treatment, and lots of stretching. So the harder you train, the harder you need to recover. You want to think of it as a 1-to-1 ratio. So sleep and nutrition are the most important components of recovery. We'll go into a lot more depth about nutrition on another video. So in terms of the sleep, the daily naps I've started doing over the last year or two, and I've found they've massively increased my recovery.
on a day-to-day basis and allowed me to get twice daily strength sessions in, breaking up the day into 2 parts. And then with the hot and cold recovery, one study has shown that a 30-minute sauna twice a week for 3 weeks post-workout increased the time it took for participants to run until exhaustion by 32% and also doubled their growth hormone levels. So for the hot and cold treatment, ideally I'd have my own sauna and an ice bath. I'm working on it as a goal, but for now I've just got a really hot bath and I'll fill it with Epsom salts and then I'll come out and do an ice cold shower. If I've got time I'll do this 2 or maybe 3 times. That really helps to calm the body, and then I go straight into my daily nap after that then.
Okay everyone, so that wraps up a typical day of training. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please comment below with what you'd like to see. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.